The college basketball experience summer school coaches tour for the Appalachian State Mountaineers head coach Dustin Kerns edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up today now using that promo code TCESGPN to score up to $1,000 in bonus cash. That's Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. Get your 7-day free trial today by going over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM today. Welcome, everybody, into the college basketball experience. Part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network Summer School Coaches Tour. We head into one of my favorite leagues, the AKA Fun Belt, also known as, I guess the official name is the Sun Belt, AKA the Fun Belt. And one of my favorite programs is, I've loved this football program, App State, for many years, but now they got things going in basketball because they got the right guy in charge. Coach Dustin Kerns will join the show here in a little bit, coming off a regular season title, 27-7 historical year. They beat Auburn at home, 3 different 8-game win streaks. This was his 5th year, so he built Presbyterian up. He worked with Mike Young at Wofford. He helped sustain success at that program, and now he's doing it at App State. He's an unbelievable basketball coach. He'll join here in a second, but first, I am Moneyline Mac, aka the former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin. Also known as Mac Tonight over here at the college basketball experience. And man, I'm fired up, man. Had Coach Huss on from High Point last night. We got Coach Kerns on tonight. We got Coach Senderoff of Kent State. Love the mid-major, some of these really good programs that don't get covered on a national basis. And that's why we love them here over at the college basketball experience. Real quick before Coach Kerns stops by, I got to talk to you about, college football is starting this weekend. So make sure you check out all 134 team previews. And if you want a sweet hat like this one, the Camo College Experience, 10% off in the merch store. Promo code football. Week 0 picture over there as well, and your favorite futures. Also, Underdog Fantasy all season long. We're going to be giving out best ball drafts, best ball mania, giving out a lineup each and every week. So get on over there. Use our promo code TCESGPN to claim your special pick and first time deposit. Offer up to $1,000 bonus in cash. Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Big Circa, Survivor and Circa Millions. The contest weekend is this weekend, August 22nd through 24th. Ryan and Sean will be out there. Greatest sports book in the world. Use our promo code SGP15 to save 50% off your hotel for that sign-up weekend. Or if you just, you can do it between now and September 7th and use the proxy anywhere. Use that proxy.footballcontest.com to save you $50 off with the promo code SGP and a free hat like this one right here today. All righty, let's get into it. The head coach of the Appalachian State Mountaineers, go Mountaineers, baby, Dustin Kerns. And we continue our summer coaches tour on the college basketball experience with the head coach of the Appalachian State Mountaineers, Coach Dustin Kerns. Coach, how are you doing?
Ryan, I'm doing great. It's great to be on the College Basketball Experience podcast. A big fan of this and really appreciate what you do to grow the game.
I appreciate it. And your fellow Mountaineer, I'm a West Virginia Mountaineer. You're an App State Mountaineer. Let us know how the summer's been. I know it's been a couple months since you guys had an unbelievable year. How's the summer been headed into the fall semester?
Yeah, it's been good. We've got a good group. We've been going for about 5 weeks, and then had an opportunity to go home for about 10 days. And so I think it's important to, get that refresher before school starts. Class actually just started this morning, so campus is busy. as our first day of class here. It's hard to believe we're already back in session, but exciting summer here, and hopefully we can continue the momentum we have.
Hmm. Yeah, and Coach, let me ask you this as you guys head into the fall. I want to rewind real quick back to your early days in the coaching industry. You went to Clemson. Talk about how you got into the industry and when you knew that you wanted this to be your livelihood.
Yeah, I originally wanted to coach high school, and my high school, we went to team camp at Clemson. They were recruiting
Hmm.
one of my teammates, and so just fell in love with the university. Went there, was able to work with the program, and Larry Shyatt and his staff was so good to me, allowed me to develop and learn. And but originally wanted to coach high school and was doing my student teaching my senior year and realized, you know what, maybe I want to try to give this college thing a try. And it doesn't work out, we can always coach high school, hopefully type thing. But just fell in love with the college game, the recruiting, the atmosphere, the harmony of college basketball, the electricity in that building. And so very fortunate to have been around a lot of great people that have helped me, be in this position.
And Coach, from there, you're a GA at Tennessee. Then you go to Wofford. You make two stops at Wofford, once from '04 to '07, once from 13 to 17. Talk about your different stops along the journey before becoming a head coach and how impactful Coach Mike Young was.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing of the coaching profession, right? Like, there's no crystal ball to
Yep.
tell you what move to make. Um, there's sometimes 2 plus 2 doesn't equal 4 in the coaching profession. This is a profession that you can get into it in different ways. But very fortunate to coach across the country, to learn from a lot of great different people. Certainly spent 7 years with Mike Young, who's now at Virginia Tech, and certainly learned a ton from him, and uh, on and off the court, as a lot of other coaches as well. But very fortunate to be around really good coaches and people that helped me along the way.
And Coach, you got your first head coaching gig in 2017 at Presbyterian. You make the jump in your second year from 11 wins to 20 wins. Just talk about building that program in the Big South and just being able to make that jump from year one to year two.
Yeah, and forever grateful for Presbyterian to give me that opportunity. There's only so many head coaching opportunities at all levels, and we were, fortunate there to have a really good season in year two, and uh, moved on here to App State. But Presbyterian, um, you know, the Big South is one of the top conferences out there. I think it's a really underestimated how many really good players and coaches are in that league, and it's a great conference. And it learned a lot there for certainly being a first year head coach there, and once again forever grateful for the Blue Hose for giving me the opportunity, and certainly cheering for their success.
And then in 2019, you come over to your current job, the head coach of the App State Mountaineers. Talk about the process of getting the job and just the first year of trying to get this program back on track and build a sustainable winner.
Yeah, so this is a wonderful place with wonderful people. I think the App State brand is really strong. Growing up in Kingsport, Tennessee, right over the mountain, um, this is the closest I've ever been home in coaching. And certainly the Boone community is incredible, and it's an incredible place for us to raise our family and kids. And so really humbled and honored to be the head coach here. And I think that sometimes in coaching, you just you you never know what the school's looking for. The previous two coaches before me were assistants, so they were really locked in on a guy with head coaching experience. Fortunately, I just had that at Presbyterian. So, sometimes it's the opposite. Hey, let's go hire an assistant. But was very fortunate that they were, seeking out a guy with head coaching experience, and so loving our time at App State. We've won 2 championships in 5 years, and now it's the challenge of sustaining it.
And that gets me right into my next question, Coach. You take App State over in 2019. That's right before kind of I guess the world changed, but B, the college basketball world changed too with the portal and the NIL. Talk about navigating the nonstop changes in this game while trying to sustain success in a great league like the Sun Belt.
Yeah, well, you just mentioned the Sun Belt is a tremendous league. I think we are the best one bid league in the country. Now, hopefully, one day we become more than a one bid league. But right now, I think we are the best one bid league in the country. This league's incredible. Great coaches, players, great programs, and I think great administrators. There's a lot of administrators in this league that is trying to win and move the programs up, and so there's a lot of dogs fighting for one bone in the Sun Belt. And so, like I said, hopefully we will continue to get our league to possibly another bid. But right now, we've been a one bid league, and I think the toughest one in the country. I think that as coaches, we have to continually to adapt. We ask our players to adapt in different situations. We've got to, as coaches, could adapt. I think that we were the two big rule changes in the history of college sports were put on us in the same year, in the middle of a worldwide pandemic, by the way. And so there's 3 factors there. You got the transfer portal, the NIL, which have a lot of positives. And then you've got in the middle of COVID in there as well. So a lot of change and a lot of things to adapt to and constantly changing. Like the one-time transfer rule is already changed. So now we got to adapt again. And we'll certainly keep adapting. That's what we do. But certainly learning and navigating as a staff, as a university, as a college coaches fraternity, as you might say, it's something that we're still all somewhat still trying to learn and figure out.
Yeah, it seems like it changes every other week. So once you got to figure it out, it'll change the next week. But Coach, let me ask you. I want to go back to the Sun Belt. Talk about just the fraternity of coaches in the Sun Belt, because I think it's just a lot of different styles, a lot of different coaches that have been around forever, that have been to tournaments, that have won games in the NCAA tournament. Talk about just the coaching overall in the Sun Belt.
Well, I'll just talk about everybody. It's hard to leave someone out, right? But we've got some new coaches in the league, some guys that have been proven winners at various levels. We've got already a group of coaches in the league that have proven themselves. And then we just had some guys, retire who probably won a combined 2,000 games, and so once again, there's a wide range of innovation, young, but also experienced older guys that, have seen a lot of games and won a lot of games and a lot of, creativity. And so it's a tremendous league. But once again, some guys that just retired were, quote, legends in their own right or future Hall of Famers type coaches because of how many games they won. And so this is an attractive league for coaches, and it's very, very competitive. And sometimes as a coach in this league, it's not a lot of fun because every single game is a fight. Every single game, home, road, doesn't matter where you're at. And, because of the level of recruiting that our league does at a high level and the coaching, I just think that this is a great league with great coaching and players.
It absolutely is, and just so many good home atmospheres as well. And you guys have one of the best ones in the country. Let me ask you, so you guys are closing in on 100 wins in 5 years. How do you prepare for the Sun Belt with your non-conference schedule? Because it's kind of a macro in the one bid leagues. But also, I would imagine that a lot of high majors don't want to play you guys now because of your guys' success.
Well, and I'll say this, Ryan. I think it's as a whole, it's a league. I don't think our conference gets a lot of opportunities, and some of that is net stuff and just how that is gone with quote the power conferences with scheduling each other, and then obviously maybe trying to schedule some 300 250 net below, and so our league, our entire league has had some challenges there scheduling, and I don't think there's our league. It's not easy for the Sun Belt to just get home games. Obviously, we all want home games, but I think it's a challenge for all of us to get home games, whether it's success, whether it's location, whether it's just um, level. And so, once again, I think that you become a little bit of a victim of your own success sometimes.
Yeah.
And that ultimately that's a good problem. But certainly we want to be strategic, whether it's recruiting, whether it's just preparing ourselves for the league, and playing some opponents that will prepare us for the league. Because once again, it is going to come down to the tournament right now for our league. But man, it's and certainly you got travel, right? Like we're the bigger conferences you go in, there's more travel. Our league stretches from Virginia all the way to Texas, and so in the non-conference, you don't want to stretch ourselves too far and wear ourselves out with more additional travel. And so, trying to play some local games, trying to play in the state of North Carolina, which we've done very consistently, whether it's neutral games, in Greensboro, whether it's playing a game in Hickory, whether it's playing games in Charlotte. This year, we're playing in a tournament in Wilmington, and so, you know, playing around the state for our fans and parents, but also just simple travel is strategic as well.
And coach, last year was obviously a special year. Year number 5, you guys go 16-2 in the Sun Belt, 27-7 overall. When did you know you had a special group?
Yeah, that's a good question, and I've been asked that, and because we started out 1-2,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously we went on the road and played some good teams, but after we went down to Fort Myers and played UNC Wilmington, who ended up having a great season in a historic program like Murray State, and just really got 2 hard-fought neutral wins over 2 really great programs, I think started to build some confidence. We came back, and played a very good Austin Peay team, a team that went to the Atlantic Sun championship game, and then we played another historic program with East Tennessee State, who has a ton of banners and a great program. And then we carried it over and beat Auburn, who ended up winning the SEC. And so then we had a pretty good sample size of confidence and competition. And I think we just took off from there. I think after that 1-2 start, I think we were something like 26-4 for the remaining regular season. And so, especially the competition we were playing against. But I think that probably Fort Myers, we began that event down there and playing well against 2 great programs, I think really gave everybody's a lot of confidence that we had a good team.
Yeah, anytime you can put together 3 separate 8-game win streaks, that's a pretty damn good year. So, Coach, real quick, before we get out of here, I got two questions for you. The first one: what makes the App State job a special job?
Yeah, I think many things, right? But I'll answer it like this: the people here, the community, the fans, the people that work here. This is a special place because of special people. Yes, we have all these great facilities. We have this incredible place to live, but you can't take that stuff with you. But what you can take is the App State experience. What you can't take is that App State brand and the people, the relationships you're going to have with professors, with administrators, with coaches that truly care about you. And so this is a special place. Like it really is. And there's an old saying, there's something special in these mountains, and that's one thing that makes it special about coaching here.
And Coach, you guys have won the regular season, you won the tournament. As you look to do it both in the same year, what's your message for App State Mountaineers fans as you head into year number 6, the Dustin Kerns era there?
Well, I think that the challenge would be to can we break the attendance record again? Last year we broke an attendance record, which helped us go 15-0 at home,
Mm-hmm.
and so it goes together, right? Like having a great home court atmosphere helps equate to wins. Help wins help equate to great home court atmosphere. Now it's continue to go get that continue in that momentum to really keep carving out an identity of having a true home court atmosphere to continue to be successful at home. I think can we break another attendance record? Can we keep that home court winning streak going, which is at 15? And so we need their help to do that. And so once again, let's keep building. Let's keep building. Let's sustain. And that's the challenge, is to stay at the near the top of the league.
I can't wait, man. It's going to be here before we know it, November the 4th. Can't wait for the Sun Belt. Can't wait for App State. Coach Kerns, thank you for stopping by the college basketball experience, and best of luck this season, and look forward to having you back on.
Ryan, it's great to be on here. I thank you for what you do to grow the game. The college basketball experience is an awesome podcast, and appreciate you having me on. I'm certainly honored and humbled and ready to get going. Go Mountaineers, take the stairs.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go Mountaineers. Thanks, Coach. Let's go Mountaineers indeed. Coach Kerns of the App State Mountaineers. I keep saying Mountaineers, but cheers, beers, let's go ears. Really appreciate him taking the time to come on the show, talk about his program. Like you said, man, 97-65, 5 years, 55-34 in Sunbelt play over those 5 years, and that's in an era where the Sunbelt's got better and better each and every year. So 16-2 last year. I mentioned it. It's 3 separate 8-game win streaks. Beat a bunch of really good teams. I mean, the Auburn game is kind of when I really started noticing how good this team could really be. But I remember when they would beat Wilmington and Murray in that Florida tip-off, Fort Myers tip-off down there. And then, of course, their success in the Sun Belt. We'll see if they can get over the hump in the postseason tournament like they did back in 2021. But nonetheless, he runs a really good program, and they'll be right there in the mix once again. So before we get out of here, let's pay the bills, because football season is here. And you're going to want to go check out the models over there at Rhythm, because you can create your own model with the Rhythm Data Scientist. NFL Week 1, about 2 weeks away. College Football Week 0 started here in 5 days. I think I like the Yellow Jackets as a little dog here to start the college football season against Florida State. Can't wait for that game. Can't wait for App State football, too. So make sure you claim your 7-day free trial today by going over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. And we're also brought to you by Game Time. Game Time. App State fans, if you want to go to that Clemson game week 2, well, get on over there and download the Game Time app. They give you a picture of where you're seated at, so that you're no obstructive view, none of that nonsense. And they have the best last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. I've used Game Time for years. Can't say enough good things about them. Use our promo code CFBX for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. All right, let's wrap it up over here at the College Basketball Experience. Shout out to the chat. Jake asks, how long would it take to watch all 134? The only way to find out is if you start right now. You can get them in. You can get them in between now and then. It'll be a little time crunch, but you'll have to do some heavy listening on Sunday if you put it on ×2. So make sure you do so. A lot of good work over there. App State, your previews over there with Colby and NC Nick, who's an App State fan himself in football. Go check out the FCS experience. Go check out the college baseball experience, Big 12 experience. We all come together as one on youtube.com/the college experience. Like I said, man, the season's heating up, and Noah Beanick, we have another college basketball show here tonight. Noah Beanick and I will be here live in about 2 hours to break down the Maui Invitational and some of the MTEs College basketball is starting to trickle out their schedules. I know we got football coming, but college basketball never stops. Can't wait, man. So make sure you tune in later here tonight. This has been another edition. Well, no, sorry. First off, thank you again, Coach Kerns. Thank you again, App Safe, for making this happen here today. And we appreciate you taking the time. Can't wait to watch your program here in 24-25 as you look back to get to the dance. But another edition of Mac tonight, signing off over here at the College Basketball Experience. I can't talk right now. See you guys in a couple hours to break down some scheduling, Maui Invitational. But most importantly, you better start thinking about yours. And we are out of here.